Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Friday. It's Daryl here. It is bright and freaking early, man. You know it. It's 4 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I was actually planning on getting my schedule for what I was going to work on for painting. I do my YouTube video, one or two of those at 2 or 3, 4 in the morning. I publish it, I download it. Then I do about 4 hours of working out, exercise, bike riding, and what have you. You can still see I was doing the hanging crunches over here. And then from about 10 a.m. till about 3 or 4 p.m., I work on my painting, another way I make money. And as I was thinking about my schedule this afternoon, I decided, I was looking at one of my paintings that's done particularly well. And this is one of those paintings. A lot of my paintings are dark. There's some of the bigger ones back here. I do some large ones. A lot of them are dark, and with a lot of these paintings, it seems like people either hate them or love them. This one, I want to talk a little bit about this painting. It's a small one, but it's done. This is about the 6th version that I've done this particular image, and there's a reason there's a very specific reason I did this, and why it's sold. I've sold at least 4 or 5 of these so far in auctions, and I'll talk about that first for a little bit. I'll use this on my thumbnail. I was an artist that was contributing to this group called Artists Against Overdose, and it's kind of a defunct organization now. My friend, the guy that put it together, has other things going on, and he's moved on. But it was a silent auction in Hartford, Connecticut, where there was a silent auction, and we'd auction off artwork to buy Narcan to supply police, hospitals, businesses with Narcan to save people from overdosing. And he was featured on Channel 3 CBS here in Connecticut. And in the interview, you could actually see him holding up one of this painting, this piece of artwork in it. I'll use it on the thumbnail. And this particular piece has done very good in these auctions. It always seems to sell it, and it brings in pretty good money too. And I want to explain to you this image. And I call this image heroin. And it's not me on heroin. This is the picture in my head of the drug. I always thought if there is a devil, then heroin is one of the things that he put on this earth. I have a hard time believing that God would have put something so evil on this earth. I won't get all into religion. Don't worry about it. There's specific reasons why I chose this. I worked hard on, you can't really get the feeling, but I worked hard on the shading to get like a 3D image so it would come out at you. So it was striking. So it looked three-dimensional, like there was this flat black background. And I pictured the face like actually looking like it was coming out of a piece of artwork to be, stunning, to make people, shock people a little bit. The eyes I use because that sums up heroin pretty much. It's soulless, evil. Just the black, empty eyes was the first thing that came to mind. And the purple lips, the bluish purple lips, there's a reason, of course, if you know anything about overdosing. When people overdose, they tend to get blue or purple lips. So there was reasons I did this. There was specific, I think that's why it sold very well at these auctions for people that were in recovery. Because they as soon as they saw it, I think they understood, the purpose, the images that they were seeing. All right, I want to show you a few other paintings while I'm at it here. This is one of the first paintings I ever did. And I've talked about my girlfriend who passed away 3 years ago, Audrey. She passed away from COVID on August 5th, 2021. And she was my first girlfriend in 3rd grade. And she was such a strong force in my life. She's the one that encouraged me to take my painting even further, to go into business, to sell it, and to enter it into competitions. So I entered with her urging just constant nagging. I entered my paintings into the competition here at Bethlehem Fair is one of the biggest fairs here in Connecticut. So I started entering my paintings, in the adult group, professional. I actually started out non-professional, but then I went to the professional acrylic paintings artwork, and I actually won second place on my very first try. And this is the painting. This is the exact painting. I've done other paintings in different colors. This is another piece of artwork that sells extremely well for me. I've sold at least, I'd say, about 8 pieces that are similar, the same look to them, the same, I call it shadow trees. And the very first time I won second place, and there was, it was a large competition. Bethlehem Fair, it involves like the county of Litchfield, which is in the northwest corner, and it's a very artistic county. A lot of artists in it. So when I placed second, I was shocked. Audrey actually started crying when she saw the ribbon on the painting. She was so happy. That I missed that woman so much. And I entered it in other fairs, Harlington Fair, and I won first place actually. So here's the ribbons. I'll take the ribbons off. I actually won People's Choice too that very first year, and that was more of a compliment. That was more of that just made my day that people picked my painting above all the others for their choice. Here, let me just take these off and show you. This is the actual piece. I don't know, and when I first painted this, actually, it sat in the basement for probably a couple months because I didn't see the worth in it, I guess. I actually just put it downstairs and kind of forgot about it. And somebody was in my house visiting, and they saw it, and they were like, "Oh my God, you got to put that into, you got to get that out. People might want to buy it." And it's been one of my most popular paintings, one of my most popular pieces. I'm going to show you guys something else too. One of my black and white abstracts. And I like these because you see, I don't know about you guys, but I see faces and images when I look at this. Like the first thing I see is this face screaming like an open mouth. It reminds me of like Pink Floyd movies and videos. It looks like there's eyes here. It's all in the eyes of the beholder. Then there's like rips from claws over here. It's definitely kind of dark. It looks like dark clouds and lightning. But this is another piece that does pretty good with. I have a lot of similar pieces. Of course, with these, they never come out the same. There's no way I could ever reproduce this. It's just they're one of a kind. I could say that. All right, I hope you enjoyed these. Like I said, I'll use on the thumbnail, I'll use the picture from when this painting was actually featured for Artists Against Overdose on Channel 3. And my friend, the founder of this group, was actually holding up this painting in the interview. All right, I'll be back later. Let me know if you want to see some more. I have at least 100 pieces, at least, in the spare room over there. I'm very prolific in my art, my painting, and my artwork, and I don't talk about it as much as I probably should here on this channel. So let me know. All right, have a good Friday.